Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Divya Madan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss a really important topic for NEET PG exams. So this is yet another NEET PG basics video. This is something which is frequently asked in NEET PG as well as in INI-CT exam. So without further ado, let's get started with this topic. So the topic we are going to discuss today is short stature. When I say short stature, what do I mean by it? Short stature means that the height for age for that particular child, right? The height for age and sex is less than -2 standard deviation or less than third centile. That's the definition for short stature. So how do we define short stature? Short stature means if the height for age and sex of that individual is less than -2 standard deviation or less than third centile, then it is short stature. Now this short stature could be either physiological short stature or pathological short stature. What do I mean by physiological short stature? Physiological short stature is that short stature where the growth velocity curve, that is the increase in the height per year, is going to be normal. It's going to follow a normal curve. It would be more than 25th centile, right? Whereas in pathological short stature, the growth velocity would be lesser than the normal range. It would be less than 25th centile. The two major examples that you need to know here are familial short stature and constitutional short stature. These are the two main examples of physiological short stature. Whereas in pathological short stature, we can further divide it into either a proportionate short stature or a disproportionate short stature. Proportionate short stature means the entire body of the individual is short, right? So here all the causes that are affecting the body wholly would be included, like malnutrition. Less nutrition leads to a proportionately small child, right? So malnutrition, growth hormone deficiency, any chronic illness like CKD patients, CLD patients. Whereas when we talk about disproportionate short stature, that can be divided into either short trunk dwarfism or short limb dwarfism. Short trunk dwarfism means the trunk is shorter but the limbs are normal. Whereas in short trunk dwarfism, the trunk is shorter, limbs are normal. Whereas in short limb dwarfism, the limbs are shorter, trunk is normal, right? This can be determined by calculating the upper segment lower segment ratio. How do we calculate upper segment and lower segment ratio? We take the top of the head till the pubic symphysis, that is our upper segment, and subtract it with the entire height, that would be the lower segment, right? So if this upper segment lower segment ratio is increased for that particular age, that means my upper segment is more as compared to my lower segment. That means my trunk is normal, trunk is big, limbs are short. This is short limb dwarfism. On the other hand, if the upper segment is short as compared to the lower segment, it is short trunk dwarfism. So coming down to the evaluation of this short stature. Whenever a child presents to you with short stature, you firstly calculate the height of the child as well as calculate the target height of the child. If the two parents are small, the parents are short, there's no possible way that this child is going to be very tall, right? So we calculate target height. We take an average of mother and father's height divided by 2 and plus minus 6.5 centimeter. Plus 6.5 for boys and minus 6.5 for girls, right? This way we calculate the target height. If the height of the individual is less than that target height following that curve, then definitely this child is a short stature child, right? Earlier, this target height range was considered to be as plus minus 8.5, but now the latest studies show that it won't be plus minus 8.5. It's better if we take it as plus minus 6 centimeter. Now coming to the concept of bone age, height age and chronological age. Chronological age, we all know what it is that. If I was born on 12th of December 2020, then on 12th of December 2024, I'm going to be obviously 4 years, right? So chronological age is age post birth. But what is height age? Height age is that age at which the height is at 50th centile. right? We all know that at 1 year of age, the length is going to be 75 centimeter. So if I say the length 75 centimeter, then I know that mean 50th centile is 75 centimeter. The child must be 1 year of age. So height age corresponds to age at which that particular height is at 50th centile. Same goes for bone age. Bone age, depending on the number of ossification centers, we calculate the bone age. There are various methods: Tanner-Whitehouse method, Grulich-Pyle method, bone expertness in app, in which you can feed down the x-rays and get an estimated age of the child, right? So now we know the concepts of bone age, height age, chronological age, as well as we know the concept of target height and target height range. So now let's dissect down into the physiological short stature. The two main examples here that we are going to discuss are constitutional delay in growth and puberty and familial short stature. Familial short stature is easy for us. My parents are short, that's why I am short, right? So familial short stature is easy for us. The parents are short, that's why the child is short. Nothing more to be done here, right? Whereas in constitutional delay in growth and puberty, the parents are not short, but the child is short. But this child will eventually gain height later in the puberty, later in the adolescent years, and will catch up to the target height. So the final height here is going to be normal, but today the child is short, right? And when you probe down the history, then you find out the parents also attained this growth later on in their adolescence, right? So out of these, the most common is constitutional delay in growth and puberty. Here you will see history of delay in puberty in parents, whereas in familial short stature, you can very well see that the parents are also short. When we talk about the final height is going to be normal in cases of constitutional delay in growth and puberty, whereas in familial short stature, it's going to be short. It's going to be short, right? When we talk about puberty, it will be delayed in constitutional delay in growth and puberty, normal in familial short stature. Talking about the height age. Now we know what is height age. Height age is that age at which that particular height is at 50th centile, right? So this child right now is short, right? So the height age is definitely going to be lesser than the chronological age. So height age is going to be less. Similarly in familial short stature, height age is going to be less. Coming about the bone age. I know in constitutional delay of growth and puberty, the child is going to attain puberty later on, right? The child is slightly slower, so has a slow growth curve. So the bone age here is going to be less as compared to the normal age. The bone age is going to be less, whereas in familial short stature, the child is growing at the normal pace only, right? The child is growing at a normal pace. Here the bone age is going to be normal for that particular age. So if we make a relationship here between chronological age, height age and bone age, it would be like this. In constitutional delay in growth and puberty, I know the height age is less than chronological age, but here the height age will be equal to the bone age. Whereas here chronological height age is less than the chronological age, but chronological age is equal to the bone age. So this is how you find a relationship between a constitutional delay in growth and puberty and short stature. This relationship is frequently tested in the exams. In the next video, we are going to discuss about pathological causes of short stature. If you have any doubts regarding this topic, feel free to comment down in the comment section, and